You are welcome to our community. Please like and subscribe for more. Last summer, my friends and I decided to rent a beach house for a relaxing getaway. The sun was shining and the waves beckoned us. We had planned for days filled with laughter, sunbathing, and carefree beach games. It was supposed to be the perfect vacation. On the second night, as the sky was painted with a breathtaking sunset, we gathered around a bonfire. The crackling flames cast eerie, flickering shadows on our faces as we shared ghost stories to spook each other. As the stories grew darker and more sinister, we noticed something peculiar. Footprints appeared in the sand, leading away from the bonfire towards the water. At first, we dismissed it as a prank from one of us, but we soon realized that none of our friends had left the circle. Curiosity piqued. We decided to follow the mysterious trail. The footprints were fresh, and it was clear they had been made recently. As we ventured closer to the shoreline, the sound of the crashing waves grew louder, drowning out our hushed conversations. Then we stopped abruptly, staring at the bizarre scene before us. The footprints led straight into the water, as if someone had walked on the surface of the ocean. Panic and disbelief surged through us. It couldn't be possible. We frantically searched for any logical explanation, but there was none. Just as we were about to retreat to the safety of the beach, something inexplicable happened. The bonfire, which had been roaring moments earlier, sputtered and died. The moon was hidden behind thick clouds, casting an eerie darkness over the beach. In that suffocating darkness, we heard whispers in the wind, voices that seemed to come from the waves themselves. The chilling words were in a language we couldn't comprehend, but the tone was unmistakably desperate and sorrowful. Terrified and bewildered, we ran back to the beach house and locked ourselves in. The whispers persisted, growing louder and more eerie. It felt like the spirits of the sea were reaching out to us, pleading for something we couldn't understand. We spent the rest of the night huddled together, our hearts pounding in fear, praying for morning to come and banish the haunting memories of that terrifying summer night. Yet the echoes of those ghostly whispers lingered in our minds, forever haunting our dreams. Last summer, I embarked on a camping adventure with my family deep in a secluded forest. The days were sweltering, with the sun beating down relentlessly. Nights, on the other hand, brought some relief with their cool, refreshing breeze. Little did we know, our peaceful family camping trip would soon turn into a nightmarish ordeal. On the third night of our stay, the forest seemed different. Strange noises echoed through the trees, rustling leaves, snapping twigs, and eerie whispers that seemed to emanate from the very heart of the woods. Our campfire flickered uneasily, casting eerie, dancing shadows on the trees. Curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to investigate. I grabbed a flashlight and ventured into the dark forest, my heart pounding with both excitement and fear. As I followed the mysterious sounds, they led me deeper into the woods, far away from the comfort of our campsite. Eventually, I stumbled upon a clearing bathed in an eerie, moonlit glow. There, a circle of sinister figures stood, their faces hidden behind grotesque masks made of leaves and twigs. In the center of the circle, a fire burned, its flames flickering with an unnatural, greenish hue. The figures chanted in a language I couldn't comprehend, their voices a haunting melody that sent shivers down my spine. I watched, frozen with terror, as they raised their arms to the sky, their movements synchronized in an unsettling ritual. Suddenly, the chanting stopped, and all of them turned to face me in unison. Their eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and in that moment, I knew I had stumbled upon something far more sinister than I could have ever imagined. Panic coursed through my veins as I turned and fled from the clearing, the terrifying echoes of their chant ringing in my ears. The forest seemed to close in around me, and I was certain that something malevolent lurked just out of sight. When I finally stumbled back into our campsite, gasping for breath, I found my family asleep in their tents, Their faces were pale and covered in sweat, as if they had been tormented by terrible nightmares. I woke them urgently, and we hastily packed up our campsite, leaving the forest behind. As we drove away, the oppressive atmosphere of the woods slowly faded. But I couldn't shake the feeling that we had narrowly escaped an ancient and malevolent force that had been awakened by our presence. The forest held secrets that were better left undisturbed, and I knew we would never venture into those woods again. One scorching summer day, I decided to head to the beach for some sun and relaxation. Armed with a beach towel, sunglasses, and sunscreen, I was ready for a perfect day under the blazing sun. Little did I know that this day would mark the beginning of a horrifying and never-ending nightmare. I lay down on the golden sands, the sun's rays warming my skin. The waves lapped gently at the shore, and a gentle sea breeze rustled the nearby palm trees. It was the epitome of a blissful summer day. Hours passed as I lost myself in a book, and the sun relentlessly beat down. Despite my initial allocation of sunscreen, I had underestimated its power. My skin started to tingle with discomfort, but I brushed it off, thinking it was just a mild sunburn. By evening, I realized my mistake. My skin had turned a deep, painful shade of red, and every movement sent waves of agony through my body. I rushed home, desperate to find relief. I tried all the remedies for sunburn: aloe vera, cold compresses, and pain relievers. But the pain persisted, and my skin began to blister and peel in grotesque ways. Days turned into weeks, and my condition only worsened. The pain was excruciating, and my skin took on a sickly reddish hue. I sought medical help, visiting dermatologists and specialists, but none could provide a solution. They were baffled by my condition, and their treatments had no effect. As my skin continued to deteriorate, the pain became unbearable. The blistered and peeling skin stretched and cracked, revealing raw, sensitive flesh beneath. The agony was unrelenting, and I was confined to my room, shunned by the outside world. Friends and family grew distant, too horrified to look at me. My once normal appearance had become a grotesque nightmare, and I was unable to leave my room, let alone enjoy the sunny summer days I had once loved. Summer turned to fall, and then to winter, but my condition showed no signs of improvement. I was trapped in a never-ending cycle of pain and despair, with no hope of ever escaping the torment that the sunburn had become. The sunny summer days I once cherished had become a distant memory, and I knew I would never experience them again.